Hmm. Okay. Okay, fine. At least you remember the things once you do it. That's good. Uh, to, Today we will do some couple of things. We'll do the first session till 11:30. Then we'll take a break and then we'll do it once again after some time. Some 15 minutes break and then we'll continue for one more session. Okay? Yeah. If that is okay with you, then we'll resume now. Okay, fine. Thank you. And we'll start like we just missed one table to configure product diet types, which is not there earlier. I guess so. Let me check once again. Dim products general. Okay, it's already there. No need to worry. Today I'll see some calculation part, how to do and all. I'll just show you some normal examples like where we need these calculated measures and all. Then we'll go forward. Okay. Let's assume that this is a quantity sold and this is price. And total. Let's take 10, 20, 15, then price, from that 15, 18, 20. Yes, if you see this example right, just to get this number total amount of the quantity sold, let's say this is for particular day, let's say take today only 7th May. Okay, if I want to get this calculation, let's say for 7th May, what is the total sales that is done in terms of total amount. Okay, then what I probably will do is I'll multiply quantity with price and I'll get the total, and then I'll sum up this quantity, right, this amount, so that I'll get the total amount. Okay, but if you see this price sum, right, this is not correct actually. If you see, I should not sum the price. Okay, in this case, if I do like this, quantity multiplied by price, then this comes around 2385, which is not my actual amount, but actual sales happened for 810, but what I am getting is 2385. So in this scenario, what had happened? So we have one quantity measure. So if you see here in the facts, on top of the amount, here you can see the calculation matrix, right? So if you see here, it is sum of sales dot extended amount, and we have calculated one. I'll just show you that shortly. If you see here, it is displaying as sum of ordered quantity minus sum of shipped quantity, correct? So if I consider my example in this way, let's say I have created a matrix for this calculation. Okay, this is my scenario now. Now I want to get this total, but if I follow this process, let's say by clicking on the derived matrix, then probably my final formula will be this, right? Sum of unit order minus unit shipped. But here what is happening, for units I am getting 45, for price I am getting 53, but if I multiply both these two, because it's sum of, right, so here it is displaying as wrong, right? So what I probably should do is first I need to multiply each and every row with the quantity and price, then I should get the total. And then once I get everything, every row like this, then I can probably use the aggregation rule as sum to get this value, correct? In the sense, first I need to multiply quantity and price. Then my final formula would be like this. First quantity multiplied by price, on top of this sum. It should not be like this. There are some scenarios where I need the below calculation, and there are some calculations which are depending on this way, because here if you see, for doing the shortage quantity, I don't need to go and do each and every row. I don't need to sum up each and every row and then again I don't need to accumulate those things, right? So here since I need the other way around, I want these calculations to be done. So if you see the configuration, whatever we have, we don't have that facility to do that, right? So because there is no existing column as price, even if it is there, we are not sure like whether we will sum up the price or average the price, because both will give me different answer. Even if I take average here, average of all these three, still it will give me different results. See, 795, it's not actually correct. Okay, so what I basically need to do is I need to do the calculations by using the physical layer objects. So then I'll get the more control over the fields, like at what level I need to multiply the values. Okay, so now in last class we have we have seen this shortage quantity by using the logical columns. Now we will be seeing physical columns, how we will be doing that. So before doing that, I need price column, correct? So to get the price, I just have to add price table. So price, if you remember the calculation, price list is the table where you can get the price, correct? But this is not joined directly with the fact. I need all the measures to be populated in the fact only, right? So since there is no direct relationship, then because of that I need to add product, then only that association will happen, and from the product I need to get the price. Okay, so I am going to add both the tables, product and then price list. Okay, now I have added. So after adding the table only, you will have access to create that new matrix by using the new column. So what I need is total amount. So this is the logical column name, and now I need calculation, right? So if it is existing column directly pull, then you can simply select like this, okay? But here it is a calculated column, so I'll use expression editor. Simply let's click OK. I'm just going it once again. Double click on the total column, click on the column source, click on the fact logical table source. Earlier we have defined here. Okay, now we are defining here. Edit. and then here you can see physical tables. Okay, so from the products price, from the in price list I have price, and from fact sales I have unit order. Okay, see, if you see here also it is referencing physical table name, and when you go to this tab by default, let me repeat the steps again for you. See, if you see shortage quantity, we just double clicked on that and we have selected the derived existing columns. Okay, so here if you edit, you will see logical tables here, and all these are logical tables, logical columns. Whereas if you click on this one and select the derived from physical mappings, then you will see different options here. So fact sales, then click on edit. Here you can again click on the expression, and here you can see physical tables. So my calculation is to get the price and quantity. So I need from the price list I will get price and multiplication symbol, and from the fact I will get the units ordered. Okay, and let's say this is okay, let's set this. Okay, click on OK. I'll just rename this to total order amount. Okay, now you can go and check the calculation. See here, fact sales dot units ordered into price, but there is no aggregation rule mentioned. So to set the aggregation, you can go to aggregation tab and select the default rule as sum. Now you can see there is a change in the icon. Now just edit and see whether we got the calculation like this or not. So what we need is sum of quantity into price. So here sum of units ordered into price. Okay, then it is correct. Whereas if you see the shortage quantity, it's different. Sum of orders minus sum of units shipped. You can just relate it with the grain level, then you will understand, because the fact which we are displaying here is like dynamically we are displaying the values here. So BI will dynamically it will populate this sum or average aggregation rules on top of that. So wherever you want a higher level of data, wherein let's say like this, sum of the first column into sum of the second column or average of the second column, then probably you will use the existing columns. So if at all, if it is if it's not work out in that way, then probably you need the physical reference of that. So since we don't have direct reference of price in the fact table, we are using product table as an intermediate table to access the price from the price list, and then we have calculated it. Okay, then you got the total order amount. Okay, let me just populate. I'll show all these changes once we upload the repository. Okay. You understood, right? What's the difference exactly? Because this is little important. You will definitely see this scenario in the real time. Because the normal developers, they'll not be able to relate, why they need to reference physical tables instead of logical tables. Okay, yeah. And now we have one more tool called calculation wizard, wherein you can use some of the generic functionalities, functions. Let's say I'll tell you, let's say to find out the shortage quantity, we have one more approach to do that. So just click on any metrics. Let's say if in my calculation, if I need orders also to be populated, then I can use in this way. So order quantity, just go right click on that, use the calculation wizard option, and just click on next. You can select the columns here. So my order quantity is already selected, right? So that's why it's not populating here. So I need shipped quantity and select next. So let me expand this. Here you can see some calculations. This is like generic functions, like in order to write the complete logic. So system itself is giving you some some facility to do these calculations. If at all, if you want to find out the change or percentage change, index or percent, then you can use this functionality. That is the only tool they have given in short. So when you click on change, you can see this is the calculated field that is populating here. When we calculate the shortage quantity, right? So what we basically did is the same thing only, but instead of using this tool, we have written it manually. And since it has the facility to compare all the if nulls and all, so it's populating even effective logical calculation. Okay, that's it. So there is one more option, percentage change. So you don't need to change these values. It will disturb the format. So you can just re-verify the logical query here. Not logical query, just logic, calculation logic. And then just click on next. So here these are the two columns that will be generated. Just click on finish. See, you can see it here. So this is one more way of doing it. You can just explore this option when you are doing yourself, so that it will be helpful for you, like how to get the required information and all. At any point of time, you can just rename these columns by using F2 or just right click on that, rename. Okay, and okay, now it's done. We'll upload this and we'll see, then we'll continue with the next topic. I just save this. You remember the steps? Now we are uploading, right? Yeah. Okay, I did that. Yes. Okay. But before that, you need to remember this path. Okay. I sent you this path, right? OBIEE 12C is the place where we have installed the application. Under that, user projects, domain, BI tools, and then in the bin. Now you can use the command prompt to upload it. Yes, correct. Here I can see that data model. See here, data model command. It's there here. That is why we need to go to this path and run that command. Shortcut it will work, but the thing is you will just invoke that command, but you will not give the parameters, right? So we need parameters. Okay. So data model.cmd upload RPD, input is supplier sales dot RPD, or SSI is SSI only, username is WebLogic, password is admin123. Yes. Is it admin123 or WebLogic 1? It will throw an error, no problem. RPD is also admin123. Oh, it won't work now because my instance I didn't yet started it. Yeah, correct. Anyhow, it will run in the background. So let's move on to the next topic. Okay, now see, if you remember in the previous, let's say if you see a normal report wherein you are seeing country level sales, okay, for each country what is the sales, that is a report you have created and you have given it to the customer. But sometimes let's say some users, they want to see a little more deeper level of a particular country. Let's say if they want to see America, I mean not only like whole countrywide sales, they want to see states inside the America and they want to see those sales. So if they want to go see those details, then probably what we will do is we'll end up in creating one more report to see that results for country, and then again states, and then the sales amount. But in it will not work out in every time that we will be creating some report and multiple. Let's say if I have some 4-level hierarchy, so we will be end up in creating four different kinds of report, right? So that will be very difficult for the user to maintain. So just to provide them a more flexibility way of ad hoc reporting, so what we can do is we can provide the drill down functionality for them. So if they click on the country, then it should go to the next level called states. If they click on states, then maybe districts. If they click on the district, maybe towns or cities, or last level, so whatever it is. Okay, so this is nothing but your hierarchy, like organization hierarchy in your in financials, right? So maybe for the financial team, that is one kind of hierarchy where they want to see the data. Okay, in sales usually you will find your geography, and for time you will see time hierarchy. Let's list out some 2 examples of it. Let's say country, state, and district, city. Okay. And for time, let's take year, quarter, month, then day. Okay, so let's we'll create only a single report with year, country, and then sales amount. Year, country, and sales. Okay, this is the report only. We'll give it to the client. So if he wants to see particularly for 2018 or for all the months, all the quarters, then probably if we come and click on the 2018, then the report will populate like this: year, quarter, country, and then sales. Okay, and year will get expanded like this: Q1, Q2, etc., etc. Okay, and then sales. Okay, this functionality is nothing but the hierarchies, and since hierarchies will be only present for the dimensions, it's called as dimensional hierarchies. Okay, so we have 2 ways of creating it. So one simple way of doing is, let's say we'll do it for customer. Just right click on the customer, and here you can see the second option, create logical dimension. Then just click on the level based hierarchy, then you will get one hierarchy created here, and the hierarchy icon will be like this, and here you can see some details. Okay, since like we have we did directly from here like a shortcut, so this tool will not know like whether there are levels present here or not, because there is no indication to it, right? So this is just a short way of doing it when you just need some dimension to be populated. Okay, then you can just model this one in the required format. That I will tell you later. We will discuss about the regular way of creating that. This is one way of doing like reverse engineering. From the down level we will populate the upper levels. So instead of that we will just create normal hierarchy, and just right click on the model, click on new object, go to the logical dimension and select level based hierarchy. Just give it a name, use the same naming convention, dim hyphen let's say it's product dim, and dimensions we will note in this way. At the end we will just append dim. This is like standard level standard format where all the developers will follow. You can see the format in documentations as well. Okay. Now just right click on that, I'm just right click on the dim, create new object, create a logical level. Here you can see some options, right? So the very first level will be our grand total. Okay. Let's say this is total only. Let's say total. So, and then we'll create the next level, child level. So let's see product. Let's expand product. Let's see what are the levels that are present. So we have type, subtype, and generic and specific. So we will create 4 levels, and being total as the highest level, and then type, under type subtype, under subtype generic, and then specific. Okay. So just to do that levels, just right click on the total level, create new object, create a child level, and say it is type. Now you can see hierarchy format. New object, create level, subtype. Same. Again once more. New object, child level, generic. New object, child level, specific. This is manually, we need to do it manually only. There is no shortcut of doing this one. Okay. Now we have just created levels. Okay, this many levels we need to have in product dimension, but there is no association. See, these are all the names that we have given. Let's say we are considering one level as total, and then type, subtype, generic, and specific. So now we need to associate the columns to that level. So in order to do that, you can simply drag type column into type, and for me type code is also at the same level, so I'll just bring up the type code as well. And similarly subtype subtype code. For generic, I have only generic description, so I'll just generic description. And for specific, I'm just bringing out the key also, product key, because you have to remember two things. So at the whatever the least level, least granular level of the dimension is there, that should match with the last level of your dimension. Okay. Because when you try to create your hierarchies, you just have to remember this unwritten rule. Okay. So at the last level should be of equal to your grain level of the column, table. Here for us, dim products has product key, so we are considering the lowest level as product key. Okay. Yeah, that would be the lowest level, obviously. So that's why I'm bringing that column. And now we have created levels and level fields as. Now we need to define some keys for each level, just to see. Let's say for type level, mostly maybe some 12 or 13 types will be there. So that unique values should be fetched, right? So in order to fetch that unique values, we need to define a key at each level, so that the system will understand, okay, this is a combination that is defined in this level. Okay, just to do that, just double click on the level, go to keys, and here you can select the name, or you can simply click on these two columns, right click on that, select on the new logical level key. Okay, here we have one column, one checkbox called use for display. So if you click on country, right, or let's take this example, if you click on type, which column should be displayed, whether you need type to be displayed or type code should be displayed. I generally need type should be displayed. There is no need to display the code. So what I meant to say is, let's discuss that in the subtype. Okay, then you will better understand that. New logical key. Here, when I click on the type, it will drill down to subtype, right? So when it drills down to subtype, I need subtype to be displayed, not subtype code. So that's why for subtype code, I'll just remove use for display. I'll just make it selected for subtype only. Oops. Okay, sorry, this is code. I'll just click on subtype. I am doing some mistake here. Let's just remove the here, right, basically a type can be repetitive value. Sometimes type you will see multiple values, correct? So what happens in general is for some departments there will be same furniture and furniture again, so that is repetitive values. But if you see actual department values, then it is different, code will be different. So that's why we need to give type code as a key, but it should not be displayed to the end user. Only type should be displayed to the end user. I am missing something here. For now, I'll just come back to that point. Just let me see where I am going wrong. Because by default, both are getting selected or unselected. That shouldn't go in that way. I should be having the flexibility to add and remove. I'll just select keys for each. Logical. And let's just do the consistency check. Control K. Is not consistent. It's saying that dim product type has at least one display key that contains multiple columns. Only first column of the displayed key is displaying when drilling. So it's saying that in this level we have two keys, right? So only first level will be used for displaying the value. Maybe it is little different in 12C, I guess. I just need to check it back. Since it's warnings, you can see this is a warning, right? So we can ignore, but here there is something wrong. Aggregate content specification type. We do have type logical table source. Dim products. Column type code with a functionality dependency. Just see what is wrong in the type code. Type code is coming from product table. Is not consistent. Has an aggregate content specification that specifies the level type, column type code, the function, one or more detailed type. since like I have created another logical table source, right? So there is a conflict that is happening when we define the logical level here. So it was saying that we need to check the content level for here we have defined type for the other logical table source. For temporarily I have deleted that column to just resolve this issue. Okay. So now all the others are just warnings related to the same thing. So it's saying that only one column will be displayed. So we are okay with that. Now let's see. Okay, let's upload this RPD. And I'll use the same command. Unauthorized, maybe it's WebLogic 1. Okay, it's uploaded successfully. Let's launch presentation services. BI. Create a new report now. Create new analysis. Select the subject area. Now we did a hierarchy for products. So let's bring type. And then sales amount. Just populate the results. See here, if you go to amount columns, right? So you won't see that hand symbol over here, mouse pointer. So if you go here, you will see an hyperlink kind of symbol along with the hand symbol. So if you just click on the type, then it will drill down to next level. It's retrieving the data. It's displaying type code. That use for display option is to restrict these two only. So instead of instead of displaying, when I clicked on the type code, so it's displaying two values here. But I should restrict, subtype code should be displayed. Instead, I need to display only subtype. So I'll just have to check that, and again. For subtype code, I should see generic description. For generic description, specific. So since like this is the least level, right, the last level is product key. So now I won't see any hyperlinks for this. Okay, yeah, and let's just come back and see what is happening. Product specific description. I'm just making one change, small change, just to see. I'm just removing this subtype code. No, sorry, subtype from the key. Here I should remove type, and I should not display this. Should not display this also, because see, though we have given the drill down functionality here, but since it's not clear to the end user, right, still, because when I click on the type, it is displaying type code and it's completely, you know, not in a proper format. So that is why this is not correct hierarchy to be displayed. When I click on type, it should go to the subtype, but here it is coming as type code. When I click on type code, then it is displaying two columns rather than displaying only one column. Okay, these things should be fixed before displaying it to the client. So I'll just do again consistency check. I'll just re-upload again. Okay, it's done now. Let's log out and log in. Create analysis. Select subject area. Go to products, click on type, go to fact, select amount, display results. Okay, click on type. So in same type code. Something is wrong. The only change which I did is I am trying to create multiple keys. Okay, and because see what is happening is, if I select both the fields for the same level, so then it's not giving me control to select not to display the particular column. So that's why I need to create a new logic. This I have to check from 11G, because I remember that I can able to select both. Maybe, yeah, 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 sure. Product team special does not have any key. Oh, so it's specific. Let's upload this final and then we'll move to the next topic. And see, whatever the changes I am doing in business layer, I am not pulling it to presentation layer. It's applying in the background only. Okay, this hierarchy. We don't, yeah. And in from 11G, after 11.115, I guess they have introduced a concept of pulling the hierarchical columns also to here in the presentation layer. So once we define the hierarchy completely and once we test it, they have introduced one more type of columns, because here whatever you see, it's just a normal column and it's just a normal measure. We will pull one more kind of column, so which will give us the hierarchy information in a single column. So once we test this one, if it is perfect, then we will move it to the presentation layer to see that column. Let me just use one more option, reload metadata. Sometimes what happens is in 11G, so as soon as we upload the repository, we used to do this reload files and metadata. So it will just refresh all the metadata or RPD or reports, whatever the changes made by all the users will be refreshed once again. So if at all if there is any change applied by any user, then it will get reflected immediately. Supplier sales. Product. Time. Price. Amount. Results. Still it's not applied. Yeah, maybe something wrong. I literally removed this one, right? Use for display. It's oh my god, it's my bad. I'm not placing this RPD into bin location. I'm just re-uploading the same. Oh my god. I'm saving it in the local repository, but what I am doing, right, from this location I am uploading the RPD, which is the older copy. I am saving in RPD folder. Yeah, correct. I am thinking about the tool only. The tool is displaying it. Shit. These things will happen especially when you are working with multiple environments, and when you are using Linux systems, right? We will use WinSCP to upload the RPDs. Sometimes we'll end up in uploading into different RPD into different kind of environment only. Because system will not check like whether RPD is correct or not. It will just allow you to upload, and we don't have version mechanism. That we need to use some external tools to follow that version mechanism. The basic functionality it will support, but rest everything we need to handle ourselves. Like I said earlier, right, it will just save one more copy in the server only. So you will have some backup of the previous one, but see, version control in the sense, what I mean to say is, let's say if you did some file change request during a month. So then if you want to get the particular change, if there is some problem with that change, then probably what you will do in our environment is, you need to note down that version number, and then go to archive and get that RPD from there, and then come to downgrade environment or any UAT or training environment, and there you need to upload, right? But for this, usually people will do some mechanism, version control mechanism, wherein they'll just list out something, and it's easy for them to just get the previous RPD. So here we need to do everything manually. That's the only thing. Okay, now I guess it is displaying correctly. When I click on type, it's displaying subtype, then gender. Then it's good. Let's display this. Okay. It's the consistency check. Okay, now even warnings are also gone. Because for every warning, like we are able to see the data, but it's not in an effective way. So that's why it's treating as warning. Sometimes maybe we should not ignore to the warning as well when you move it to the production, until or unless it is required. Okay. So now I'll just move this team into, oh sorry, not customer, it should be product. So product team, I'll just rename this. Okay, let's keep the same name for some time. Now again, I should not forget to copy. See, now what I did is like this is called the dimension hierarchy, the entire thing. So I just pull this column to my product presentation table. So now you can see, here representation like this levels. So here you won't see the columns, but you will see the difference in the front end, how it will look. This is kind of thing I cannot explain. I can show you. But one good way in 12C is in 11G, as soon as we upload any RPD, we should definitely restart the server. So it used to take some 5 to 10 minutes sometimes and all, because entire services will get down and it will get up. Whereas here, since it is command from tool, like seriously, I'm able to upload five times in 5 minutes. It's really good here. And now expand products. See, here you can see the new column. I'm just bringing that column, only that column, and amount. Let's see the results. Okay, here it is displaying total amount is this, and if you click on expand, then it will go to the next level. Under total, what are the levels? This is types. If you want to expand baking, then you can expand. Okay, this is one more functionality. In a single column you can display all. Let's create hierarchy for others. Okay, now we'll go bottom to top. Okay, so here we have some levels. I guess sales rep is one level. On top of that, region, state. Let's keep some levels. So to do that, I'll just right click on the lowest level, click on new object, and earlier I used to select child level, now I'm selecting parent level. So I'll specify saying that it's sales rep. And for sales rep district region, I'm following this through. District, then region. Now if I expand this, then I can move the columns from here only, as it's displaying the same values. Sales reps to sales rep, district to district, region to region. And, and I need to create levels, level keys. District, sales rep. By default it is right click and then click OK. Now customer dim is also done. Let's check consistency check. Okay, no warnings. Yeah, good. Now we will do time hierarchy. So same thing, just we have one more option in for time dimension. I'll explain you now. Time. So here you can see some some fields called structure in that time. So always remember, when you create time dimension, you just need to make sure to select this option. Okay, select time, click OK. So we are telling the system that this dimension will be used for time, because in OBIEE we have some functionalities if it is a time dimension. So I'll explain you while doing this, so you'll understand. So year, and then month, and then day. Expand. Year should go to year. I can select in this way also, since like it's difficult to drag and drop here. I can double click on the year column and set the level, at what level this is there. So we need to select time dimension and click on the logical level as here. So you can see it here. This is one way of doing, nothing to it. Double click, select month. There is day, YYMM. Okay, so day is day only. Day. Okay. Use for display. Use for display. Okay, now let's check. It's not consistent. Defines a chronological key. See, in the time dimension we need to mention the lowest level, let's say the day level. So we need to select this as a chronological key. Okay, and this is the setup, as soon as when you select this dimension as a time dimension, then it will expect one key as a chronological key. Hello, Gaurav, you are back? Okay, 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 okay. Did you were you there when I told about the levels, year, month, day? Okay, 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 okay. Okay, so what I did is, see, once we finished these levels, then I went to day level and I have selected this column, okay, chronological key. So what happens is, see, when you create a dimension and select it as a time dimension, then system will expect one key to be mentioned as chronological key, because if it has that key only, then we have some functions called period rolling and like aggregate rolling or not. So what, in order to execute those functions, the system will look for the chronological key, and based on the key values, so it can easily go to the last month or last quarter or last year. So it will have some references, because chronological key itself will have some kind of reference to go into previous year or previous month kind of thing. Okay. Yes, yes. You will get to know about, like, when you do this time dimension, the lowest level would be this. Here it is YYMMDD, so that is the key here. So that will be selected as a chronological key. So I just ran consistency check. I'll just save the repository. So my customer dim is done, all the dims is done. So I'll just pull into necessary presentation columns. Customer, time in time. Let's just upload. Let's create one small analysis just to check everything is working fine. So time then here amount, customer, region, product type, amount I want to display in the end, results. So here region, type and amount. Here somehow it's not, I guess only 1 year is left. No. No total column. Region. Here you can see the levels, right? So some reason for year it's not applying for each and every year. I will just have to check again. Again I did the same mistake. Okay, that's fine. But here you can see, right, under region I can pull, it's not only limited to a particular field only, like you can pull multiple columns and as and when required, this single report can act as a like some 10 reports individually. Let's say if the user wants to see only for a particular region, he can click on the specific field, and if he wants for all the regions, he can click on the column header. Okay, it will completely go to the next level. Similarly for every other hierarchy. Okay. Okay. I guess hierarchies. I'll just explain you time hierarchy a bit more after some time. We'll take a break now and we'll come back in 15 minutes. Because even time hierarchy, I think I didn't explain you properly. Let me just revise once again, and I'll just explain you through it. Because time dimension is little bit important for us, because we have another some 3 functions only which are related with the time dimension. If you don't properly configure our time and dimension hierarchy, we won't be able to use those functionalities. Okay. Yeah. You had your breakfast? Okay. 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 Fine. So how much time you will be available from now? Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. 15 minutes would be fine. Then we'll resume. Okay. Okay. Fine.